All right.
Frongi, how you feeling?
I'm alive. That's the bare minimum. I'm excited for this today because while NeoIvan was loading the screen for the game, I saw for the first time the warning that comes with it. And that was foreboding.
Not foreboding.
Have a good time.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Oh, it's fine. Fine. I mean, just look at this scene. How could this be disturbing in any way?
I guess we'll maybe finally find out.
Yes. Now, if I recall. Yes, 7:20. When was the last thing that we did? Here we are.
I don't know. I
4:50
only
PM.
remember poetry and
Here we
We're
are.
about to get ready for the weekend date.
he's
Yes.
going on a date with Natsuki.
Yes, we are going to
Okay.
be baking. Atsuki's coming to our place, and we are going to bake cupcakes. Cupcakey.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm scared.
But it's a piece of cake to break a pretty cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm gonna get that stuck in my head now. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book.
You know you can't be lazy.
Never need to mess the recipe. The cake
Cake will go crazy.
Stop.
I love you. Ow, that hurt my neck.
Oh no. Please
Oh,
don't
God, we're
injure
good, we're
yourself more.
Okay, we're good. We are
What was
okie dokie.
Oh yeah, I just used my regular voice. It's already Sunday. Topical. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit.
You and me both.
I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one
Is a
coming.
tsundere.
But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since we left the club early the other day. Just a quick refresher to Frongi. Remember, Sayori wasn't feeling well the last time, so she went home
She
early.
was acting weird. That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we didn't
and
get
she
to read
went
her
home early.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worrying about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over.
Oh man, okay, I'm gonna mute.
Okay, why?
Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past.
Oh,
Once I
Lord.
reach the Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that I made it a habit of simply entering each other. We've made it a habit of entering each other's houses like we were family. At least he knocks. The house is
Yeah.
quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room.
Why is the screen so dark?
It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me.
Oh God.
I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori.
Hi, NeoIvan.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
Ah, I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it always has been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori suddenly left Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
Yeah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today?
Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
Oh, so it's just me and Natsuki then?
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
That's no good, NeoIvan.
Huh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, NeoIvan. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, NeoIvan? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I can do, I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was just tell me.
You don't understand at all, NeoIvan. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. But it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else, too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, NeoIvan. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streak down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, once again I grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
NeoIvan?
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you've convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
NeoIvan?
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No! Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. NeoIvan!
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, NeoIvan. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right. I look forward to it.
How you feeling, Frongi?
God damn fucking shit ass motherfucker. I was not expecting those feels to hit me. That took me by a lot of surprise.
Right? And amazing.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be like, but I love you, and that's why I'm so dramatic. And I feel like it kind of is about that, but I didn't expect shit to get real and be like, I suffer from depression. Like, mood.
Yeah, God, I felt that.
Same.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you understand why there's the warning.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But amazing performance as always, Frongi. That was amazing.
I don't fake cry as well as Kaylee, but I try.
Well, see, but that's my secret. My fake cries aren't fake.
I know.
Actually crying.
I can't real cry on demand as well as Kaylee, so.
Here, I'll lend you some tears.
Thanks.
From the chat, NeoIvan, please clip the reaction. You bet. I will.
I'm already on it.
Oh. Nice.
I'm already on it. That's why I'm typing.
Nice.
Give me just a second. I'm going to deafen while I grab this.
And sorry, Grand Delinquent Zed, I didn't respond because the moment was inappropriate. But I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're feeling better. Okay. Those feels. Ow.
Yeah, wow.
I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in.
I'm glad it's Natsuki's lines now because I just got the hiccups like crazy.
God, what were my voice? Oh crap, what was my Natsuki voice? I also adjusted my audio because I realized on stream I am like booming.
You're boonding.
Boonding, darling.
Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform does seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Please, don't make it feel so awkward already. That's the voice. Oh, why does this hurt to do? Okay, it's...
It shouldn't hurt to do. Please don't die.
No, I suddenly choked on air there. That was a
Oh,
time.
That would hurt. Yeah.
Oh no.
Ugh. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school, okay? Anyway, I'm coming in.
I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying
Stop!
a lot.
I wish my kitchen looked this nice.
Yeah. Oh, I wish. Same. God, that's so pretty. Anyway, Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good.
Why can't I voice Natsuki today? Damn.
Glad I can count on you to do your part. Yeah.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen, even though we're already here.
What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, NeoIvan? Gorsh.
Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Gah. This is ridiculously heavy.
Carry that all the way here. You impressed?
I see now.
I don't feel
Yeah.
like this is my Natsuki voice.
Sorry?
I'm like, I don't feel like this is my Natsuki voice. I feel like I'm missing something. I'll get there. I'll figure it out. I'll remember what my voice is later.
You're on the money from my ears, but
Yeah, you're pretty close. I mean, maybe it had a little more like raspy.
Because a little, oh yeah, it's a little more in my nose. There we are. Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
yeah, I am.
It's been so long, my brain was like, wait, I forgot how to voice act.
I am impressed, Natsuki. At this rate, you'll be pretty buff. It seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? Oh, that's too much nasal. You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size.
Girl, I felt that.
It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. Geez, never mind. What are you making me say? I think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. You getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I'm just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you shouldn't treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki.
Forget it! I didn't say anything!
I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you were thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours.
How would you know that anyway?
The internet. just trust me on this one.
Aka and tight. Gross. Icky.
Hey! Is that to me?
Who else?
And let's just get started already.
when a girl calls you gross. You finally found your weakness, NeoIvan.
No, my one weakness. Natsuki
Ankles.
smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
NeoIvan, where'd you put the food coloring? Batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
Color the batter, of course. Making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on! Not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking's just about following instructions.
Oh, yes, it is. Hold on.
The presentation's where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Lighten up? Oh, that's grammatically incorrect and that made me really uncomfortable. Ugh.
Like the ones you made on the first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
The icing's still all lumpy. You even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer.
Geez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
Really need the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
Don't let your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the
I
bowl.
will bite you.
Oh no.
Make me beat the crap out of you next.
Alright. Back to the parking lot we go, huh?
Let's go 1v1 me right now. Yuri ain't here to hold my earrings, but you know what? Let's go. Come on, put up your dukes.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all of her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross! You got it on my face.
Now, whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek.
Ugh.
She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez. You know what? Take this.
Natsuki instantly wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist by the hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well.
Stop! This is weird. I don't know if I like this. Come on, hello.
Yeah, not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine! Sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
I don't like it.
Did you just seriously
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me.
Oh, I like the spicy. This is spicy.
Very. And
Actually, I think it's kind of sweet.
You have a point.
I see what you did there. Her face is entirely red.
NeoIvan! Really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. Know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn to this so quickly?
You're the one who pinned her, bro.
He's
did.
so dense.
He is. Baka. Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off.
Oh no.
Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put in the cupcakes yet.
No wonder. You left a dirty tray in your dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
Oh, you should have checked the oven before turning it on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. It's your house, bro. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Phew.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
That smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Dina, what are you stocking?
Do you now have a bug in your booth?
I might! Frongi, I found the bug!
Oh my god, the bug from the last stream in my booth somehow flew all the way to yours.
Oh, hang on, what are you... Meow?
Oh, did the cat pick it up? Oh, the cat
okay,
brought you a
no.
present.
Meow at me?
Cats can get off their lazy bones and hunt things.
She did that. She did that. No, the problem is that they do hunt things, and Athena has zero fear. One of the last things she hunted before we moved down here was a black widow and a brown recluse. She does not care.
Oh,
she
no.
will fight everything.
Oh,
And
God.
that's why whenever I see her going after bugs, I have to lunge and make sure my cat's not, trying to eat something that will kill her.
Yeah. From the chat, the bug is earnest.
She is.
Yeah, get the lamp.
Adventurous
Get the
cat.
lamp, Natskis. Get the lamp.
We are good.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
Have these nozzles that'll make it look. I'll learn how to talk. I have these nozzles that'll make it look nice and fluffy. So I could even make flowers. You probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others.
Oh, that one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. Also write with it.
Wow, I didn't realize that was the follow-up line.
Good
But you
call.
can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever.
Oh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Huh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make it more literature themed by writing different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose the cupcake based on the word they like. Hmm?
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but it's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you?
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on. We're not at school. No one's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well,
Not
not like I wanted you to pay attention to anything, Baka.
Her voice trails off.
Same with you.
Eh? Did you say something?
No, nothing, Baka. The icing already.
Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about it beforehand, Natsuki moves quickly. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but... Hey, Dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she'd probably down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, yeah. I was hoping we could have some time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. Oh, no. Okay. NeoIvan, I'm gonna ping you real fast.
Oh?
Keep talking. Just keep talking.
Okay. There's more of your lines.
I know, I'm working on it.
Okay.
You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance.
Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
Wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I again think back into the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always doesn't listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
A compliment from her? Nice. You too. I'll walk you out,
Get too cocky, kid.
I guess.
Wanna look at your DM real fast?
Yes. Give me a hot sec, everyone.
Why are you laughing like that? It makes me nervous.
Because I love you. All right, just keep going.
Okay.
We're good.
Thank you so much for that. Just like that,
Welcome.
Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that. Did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Dude.
I mean, you licked her finger, so yes, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of, in the least inappropriate manner, filleted her finger.
Yes.
I love it.
And she didn't call the cops on you, so,
Right?
I love it.
Well, guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm choking.
Wait, Natsuki. And from the chat, finger filleting is tight. Damn it, Ken.
Yeah.
That took a direction.
What you said before about not always having this chance. Am I going to be bold? It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
You really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide an expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
NeoIvan, thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. Really didn't want to. Would just really stay here longer if I could. Feel the same way as you, so,
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me, directly into my soul. I feel her fingers gently clutch at my sides of my shirt as if she's holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? Bro, really? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against mine.
I've felt it. For a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori!
Eh?
I mean,
Hi, NeoIvan.
Sayori. Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, NeoIvan. I just stopped by to say hi.
Damn, how dare she interrupt my kiss kiss fall in love? Ugh! Oh! You should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so,
Aw, really? That's too bad.
yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Don't eat cupcakes. Eat any cupcakes before then. I forgot how to enunciate. Anyway, later.
Peace.
Yoink. Clearly flustered,
Bye.
Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Granda Liquid said in the chat, it's going to be hard to pick one of these girls, isn't it? Oh, you have no idea. Clearly flustered, she just flew. She just flew out of here. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, NeoIvan? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. So this would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, NeoIvan. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. Ken, she's not being dramatic. Just saying. Depressed people have these issues, and it's hard. It's real hard. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, NeoIvan. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. NeoIvan, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Dude, controlling much. Do you still believe in me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, God, do you friend zone her? Do you tell her something that could be platonic or not?
I mean, how do you feel about Sayori?
You're asking NeoIvan, right? I ain't making this decision.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, you. Oh, shit.
You didn't expect me to do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you truly are the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy.
NeoIvan.
Aww. Suddenly,
That's too cute.
it is so wholesome.
This is also the first time we've actually seen what the protagonist looks like.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
NeoIvan. Is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms, and I pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, NeoIvan. I want to be with you forever.
Me too.
Hmm.
I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, NeoIvan.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, NeoIvan?
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if she'll be doing something more, if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they are. Where they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Suddenly,
They're
the
so
protagonist got really
cute.
sweet.
I know, right? What the heck? Oh god, but he confessed to Sayori. Oh no, what's Natsuki gonna do? Oh no. What the heck?
Well, she has access to a few kitchen utensils. Anyway.
Oh god.
Good thing she's a baker and not a chef.
Or a butcher.
Oh
It's the day of the festival. Of all the days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going over to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking the 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I could spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
NeoIvan. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
Oh, that's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that having all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days this important she'd try a little harder. Harsh. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. Bro. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
You should take a little responsibility for her, NeoIvan. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday.
How does she know about that?
You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know?
What?
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all.
That doesn't explain anything!
But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that so quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
What the
Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Me too.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different.
Mario sent me something and it made me laugh really hard.
It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before.
What? Okay. I don't know that I'm going to read all those, but okay, but this is scary. Okay. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh my God, that is the scariest thing I think I've ever read. Okay.
I was about to say, channel your inner Emmy and embrace the yandere. Just get out of my get out. Just full yandere mode.
We need Emmy.
What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
NeoIvan? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so...
Well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Emil ran a voice from the chat. Why you lie to me, NeoIvan? Anyway, what was I thinking?
Gotsuki!
I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy.
Okay, let me put my drink down.
Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper.
What the fuck?
I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Yeah. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice.
Gently open the door.
What the fuck? Sorry, I'm so scared.
Sayori?
Holy shit!
Oh god. That's really depressing. What?
Oh wow, this is new. There's something in the chat.
What?
Oh!
I can't see.
What the fucking hell?
I can't see the chat. What does it say?
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna have to. Oh my goodness, that is.
Somebody
Wow.
fill me in.
What the? I'm screen capping this.
Yes,
What the
please.
fuck?
Please screen cap. This is new. I've never seen this.
What is
before.
it?
Ew. I'm getting it for you, Frongi. I'm getting it for you, Frongi.
Okay, hold on. I have to like shrink my screen and what are you gonna put it in the chat here? And like, nope.
I'm gonna
passing
put it in our
to-
group chat. Our group chat.
Our group chat. Okay.
What
Okay.
the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal.
Mario, clip that.
Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori that I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How
Recognize the OST playing in the background, though?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the main theme.
Oh.
How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I should not have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel worse?
How
Why
are you
was I
supposed to know, dude?
Why was I so selfish? This is my fault.
No.
My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it had always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. And nothing I can do to bring her back can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. If only I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never.
This is the crappiest situation ever. Wait, did we just...
No. Just pay attention. Hey, Frongi, are you familiar with ReZero?
No.
Okay, then the stroke doesn't work.
Oh my god! Okay, what? Wait, what? Okay, Monica's the villain, is my new theory, and she's like screwing with things from the shadows to like drive these girls to their doom so that like the main character only thinks about her or something.
Well,
That's really
let's see if we-
disturbing.
Don't reload. Just
I just
the
wanted
button.
to check something. Let's
I'm
click
really-
whatever this is.
I'm very disturbed. I'm very
Hey,
disturbed.
I got an achievement. Let's start a new game. You would get your
What?
I see an annoying girl running at me towards from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is blah. And my good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me.
Okay, I'm scared.
It's an ordinary school day like any other.
No, it's
Mornings
not.
are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking
that
to school
accent!
together. Well, obviously the game glitched, so my voice glitched as well. I can't fix this. Meanwhile, I always walk to school alone.
Oh my god.
I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would have been any girls in it anyway. Just a bunch of smelly dudes. School day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. Okay, we got a redeem in the chat. Hey, yo, I'm streaming here, so you want me to change from being Southern to Brooklyn? Very well. The chat has
Chat
declared.
has spoken.
Chat has spoken. Give me a second. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking at for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I gotta go meet Tony down the street, you know? I guess I have no other choice but to start with that stupid anime club.
NeoIvan.
Monica.
Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. Sorry, I keep fluctuating back and forth. Kind of like this game.
Frongi, how you feeling?
Yeah.
Fucking terrified.
We do know each other well we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most unpopular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Capiche, you hear me? So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... what'd you come in here for anyway?
Oh, well, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. I'm not doing this. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
Hey, I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
Hey, in that case, what kind of club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. Literature club. A literature club.
For real? Literature?
Real literature.
That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring.
Maybe you keep offing them all.
Well, I can see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry, making sure you pay attention to the background of each scene from this point on. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to do that now. Wait,
We do.
hey, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature too. It's because it is. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess.
No, she's not.
And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey, NeoIvan? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me very happy. Really happy. I know how to talk. Please.
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? She makes an offer you don't refuse. Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome. You're really sweet, NeoIvan. You know that?
Hey, it's nothing really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important.
Well, that's very sweet. Thus marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back! And I brought a guest with me.
A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, NeoIvan.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
Hey, I wish, what? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student.
Only reminder that they're all 18 years old. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into NeoIvan in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. So did Athena. Isn't that great?
Hi, Athena.
She said hi back. I don't know if you heard that, but she said hi back.
Yay.
Hey, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you... Ow! Why don't you come sit down, NeoIvan?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. Katie.
So, Yeah, hello, Athena. You are not Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here. But we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Athena. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Hey, I'm surprised there are more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the efforts to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Ow! Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess. Oh, Athena, you are making this very difficult. Please.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
Hey, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, NeoIvan, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that question. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki suddenly perks up.
I didn't ask you, Athena.
It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I keep going back and forth. It's
Kind of like Foghorn Leghorn there for a second. The what am I saying?
It's so, since my family is from Virginia, it's so easy for me to hop into that accent. Even though they don't have it, they really don't, but I can easily I can be Foghorn Leghorn. Well, I say there now. Boy, what are you doing? You're not gonna do it like that, boy. Pay attention when I'm talking, son.
Athena, baby, I love you, but please get your claws out of my kneecap.
Oh, what am I? All right, well, the redeem should be up by now. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking and suddenly got a weird accent. I don't know why. But I was thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, should I actually stick with Brooklyn or Southern? I don't know.
Let's just go back to normal voices.
All right. I just wanted to do something fun.
Is it more consistent?
Yeah, I do need to work on that.
Especially as we start... No. It's more as we start breaking more and more, the consistency makes it funnier.
That's true. Anyway.
I mean that in the loosest manner possible.
Absolutely. I get it. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? How'd you like my voice acting? You impressed with my accents?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? This makes me so... Yeah, it is amazing. To completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, stop!
I read a horror book once.
Frongi, your reactions to this are so great.
I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Yep.
Ugh, I hate horror. Isekais, though, they kind of slap.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Give that back!
Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
How do you care? Oh my god, I'm yawning.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them. So I had a really weird dream that, like, I don't know, this might be our first meeting. It's kind of deja vu. It's like you sucked my finger or something. It's kind of weird, bro.
You know, you look familiar. I can't place it. Do you have like a top with a cat on it or something? Anyway, you're not a very...
Must be living in your head rent-free, man.
Must be. Anyway, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Hmm?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members.
Digital or Twitch in the chat. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Mario.
Thank
the
you.
pod.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, NeoIvan?
Hold on. There's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. Where's Sayori?
I know, right?
Who's Sayori?
I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Man, deja vu. And they sink.
But
I'm sorry. I thought...
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, NeoIvan. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like that? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up, and they're no longer sinking.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, NeoIvan?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed.
NeoIvan, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Athena, please. Great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
NeoIvan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Okay, a special.
Would you like to read the
poem.
special poem?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really terrifying looking poem, quote unquote.
I don't see anything wrong.
Yeah, it's just a puzzle. It's just a...
What? No, what?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's not fine. And you only have 2 girls to choose from now, but we already did Natsuki, right? So does that mean we have to do Yuri, or does that mean can we keep going with Natsuki, or we'll just like repeat?
You definitely don't want to do Natsuki again. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, I guess we're gonna try to impress fancy girl here.
I mean, click adventure for me.
Yes, thank you. Kaylee coming in clutch. Make sure we get the
Did that
right
work?
girl.
I wasn't supposed to do that. All right, agonizing. Extraordinary. An ending. Misfortune. Massacre. Childhood. Contamination. Congruent. Death. Tenacious. Anxiety. Uncanny.
Uncanny, like this creepy game.
Unrestrained.
It is uncanny.
Despised.
Despise, like I feel like I'm going to
Rain
despise
cloud.
Monica.
Which one? Rain cloud?
Rain cloud.
Rain cloud. Fireworks. Disoriented. Dark. After image. Hi again, NeoIvan. I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Carefully scanning to make sure I'm not missing anything. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Oh, what
Yep,
the? Why is that on the back of the wall?
Oh! Yeah, I see that. I see it now.
What's wrong? I don't see anything wrong.
Yes, you do. Well, that's really disturbing. I'm sorry, that's my line. Thanks for keeping your promise, NeoIvan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Come on, like he deserves any slack. Already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what.
Oh no! Oh no! It's doing it! Oh, they're overlapping! Fudge! Fudge!
What's over?
Pay close attention to the screen. Oh, this is the worst of the glitches. Oh god. Yeah, I'm already sick.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but please keep clicking through the lines.
Yes.
You notice something off about the orientation?
Yeah, I'm noticing something.
Rotating.
Natsuki's on facing the other way. Wait, she's on the other side.
The whole room is rotating.
Oh, is it? Is it moving? Oh, Jesus! It's like very, very slowly turning.
This is the worst of the glitches. Oh, this is nauseating.
Okay.
But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
I can't
Natsuki,
read.
you have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom.
Monica!
Natsuki, finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Also, it's zooming in, too.
Yeah.
Just noticed that. Oh boy.
It is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, NeoIvan. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance.
Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask.
Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so damn cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Oop. Okay.
Okay, back to normal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm allowed to look at the screen again.
Yeah. Oof. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Oh, the image is gone.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. What is... her face is...
There's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong. What are you talking about?
What's happening?
I'm just here reading a bit of this, rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Bye-bye, I.
Bye.
It's so distracting. Bye-bye, I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how did you get that eye trick to work? That's amazing, but how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about, anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean... Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Like something else we're playing right now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything wrong.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, NeoIvan?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She is so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. What the Then suddenly... I'm so terrified. Why are you guys so freakishly silent?
Oh, because I didn't hear you say the line.
Oh, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. What the? I'm uncomfortable. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. Nothing bad is happening.
What are you talking about? This is terrifying.
That just means you're passionate about reading. I mean, it's the least I can do is listen to you. It's a literature club after all.
Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
I will say, Frongi, the glitches still get me.
They are really disturbing.
Yes,
This is like my 4th or 5th time playing this game this year alone. I've gotten to a point where the only things that's going to get me are going to be anything that I'm not familiar with. Like when I actually fell out of my chair earlier when the chat thing happened.
Yeah, that was freaky.
That was...
It was really cool, but really freaky. It's like, how did it know?
It's probably coding based on the fact that our game is listed as Doki Doki Plus.
Most
So I wonder if
likely.
it would only happen if you have it logged as Plus and not just regular Doki Doki.
Probably.
And Salvato's a genius.
He is. He made a great game. What are you saying? Just let me get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Also, if I'm remembering right, while in the first run, while Sayori was around, I think the book is different. So I think this is different.
I believe the books are different.
Yes.
No. The books are the same. The books are the same.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yes, no, the books are the same. Unless they've changed anything with Plus, the books are the same.
Got it. I quickly retrieved the book I had put in my bag. All right. It's fine if I sit over here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
That's, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of Yuri. That's not even my line. I'm so disturbed. Carry on.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a little difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Huh?
To turn the page.
Yeah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted there for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling all right? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
All right, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
NeoIvan? Did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
All right, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left in the book, then slip it into my bag. Say hi to Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I'd share mine with her first.
Wonder.
NeoIvan, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh?
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry.
Sorry, Natsuki voice is hard to do. I just got a really bad nosebleed and I have a tissue in my nose, and Natsuki's really nasally, so it's really weird.
Oh no.
You'll get better anyway. I think I'm cursed. Tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
That's fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Geese can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because I just dropped my phone.
Oh no.
Okay, we're good. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
The other nice thing about writing simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. guess more went into this than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Even though we're all 18.
Yeah, we are all 18. I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next?
Ugh.
No choice but Monica.
Hi, NeoIvan. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Always. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, NeoIvan. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, NeoIvan. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes, I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting space for her. Can't blame her, honestly. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction. Don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Oh my god, why am I yawning so badly? I'm sorry.
No worries. Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri,
I'm back.
you okay, Frongi?
Yeah. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed.
All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, though, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? Sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? Room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Following my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful, especially when I'm yawning through my line.
You're making me do it too.
I've been streaming since this morning.
Goodness. But I feel that.
I mean, we don't have to go forever. We can go until whenever you guys are comfortable stopping.
No, we're good. I mean, we
Good.
typically have, what, one more hour to go? If we decide to go the full hour?
Yeah. Between.
Yeah.
When do you have to?
We usually stop by, what, 5 Eastern?
Yeah, roughly 5 or quarter till. Frongi,
Yeah.
do you have a preference? 4:30, 4:45, or 5 o'clock? I know you said you have to get going around that time.
5 is the latest I can stay.
So then, why don't we'll save once we get to the next poem.
Yep.
Finish the poem, then we'll save.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Done.
Who should I show my poem to now? Hi, Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes light.
Exceptional.
Yeah? What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but it ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. Oh, what am I getting so nervous for?
I mean, he's just an anime protagonist. It's fine.
Right?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience did you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Excuse me. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which is itself kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
I don't know what this is supposed to be anymore.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, NeoIvan.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That was my line. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, NeoIvan.
Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I guess that's what I ended. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read them in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem onto the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute. You completely missed the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
I was looking for suggestions. I would have just asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. NeoIvan did too. Oh, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my right. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And NeoIvan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, alright. Well then let's go, bitch. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Geary.
I'll take you in the parking lot, whore.
Let's fucking go, fam! Monica, hold my pigtails!
You're so tiny, I'll just bury you under all the books. That I read and you clearly don't. I mean, that's not what
Fight.
Tits may be small, but at least they're real.
You're just, my tits are real, how dare you?
Yuri stands up as well.
If I stand up, you can see them even better, see? Maybe.
A short joke? Hold up!
Maybe you're just jealous that NeoIvan appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Realizing this is actually our height difference, and that makes us way funnier.
Huh? And how do you know we didn't appreciate my advice more? Harlot, are you that full of yourself?
Siren, No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
You know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as NeoIvan started showing up. I see what you did, those chicken cutlets and socks.
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
Yeah, chicken cutlets was going too far.
Well, this doesn't involve you.
Yeah, and it doesn't involve you, Monica. Go away. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
dear. Oh dear. Because there's a Sayuri here
I
to
was
stop
talking, you
them.
wanna be edgy bitch!
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Owl the Edge? God, what are you, Shadow the Hedgehog or some shit? He's proving that saves my point! People learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. God, are you a Chunibyo or something?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Oh, be careful, you might actually cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. My bad, you already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Go on! NeoIvan hear everything, you really hear you.
Well, I almost said a really bad word there.
I'm really sure he'll be head over heels over at you for this. I need to stop hanging out with the Australians. Wrong vernacular.
Oh, how dare you!
Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there.
NeoIvan. She's trying to make me. She's just trying to make me look bad.
It's not true, you do enough of that yourself. You started it.
How did I get up? Oh no. I don't know what to do. Yuri. Yuri? It won't let me. Oh no.
Monica.
Hi, Monica. You look lovely today, especially with
You're
the
noticing.
background.
Hey, NeoIvan. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay?
Sure.
And I'm gonna kill this bitch while you're gone.
Alright, you wanna go? Let's fucking go!
Yeah.
The first thing I'm doing when I meet you in person is giving you a hug. Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling.
That's so awkward, man.
President I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. Just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom, bleeding
Someone's gonna
profusely.
need an ambulance for this bitch! I'm done!
She quickly runs away.
Oh dear.
I guess that means I won.
Looks like
Because I let you.
oh, it
You
looks
rolled
like
over
they're
like the
done.
tumbleweed you are. Sorry. Okay. Oh, now I have to be actual nice, Yuri. Okay. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead.
I wish they'd given me that voice direction first.
Yuri,
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
NeoIvan, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know that you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely.
Mm.
Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want.
Mm.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first.
Oh.
It's your line.
Oh, you can go first, Monica.
I'd like to stay a little bit longer.
I don't know why I thought that was my line there. Okay. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. That's why it was my line, because I'm the president. I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm vice president, so...
It means you're
Please.
beneath me.
Okay, Daddy.
Don't you mean mommy?
Mommy.
Actually, no, both work. Both work. I'll accept both. Or all.
Please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with NeoIvan. It would be just embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I am sorry for causing trouble. But I really...
Yeah, we got this glitch! You know what to do. You know what to do.
This one?
What? What the...
Oh, yeah, I remember this one.
No, what is this? I don't like
Where'd it go?
Me no like it.
Existence.
Existence.
Infallible. Crimson. Night, the world is more like crimson red. Inferno. Depression. Anger. Climax.
Oh my.
After image. Lust. Unrestrained. Despise. Covet.
Covet?
Tone.
A tone, yes.
Massacre.
Ooh.
Unending. Eternity.
We're gonna have an unending massacre that lasts for all eternity that we cannot atone for. What is this bullshit?
Philosophy. Incongruent.
Oh, I'm glad we got that glitch.
I know, me too.
Granda Liquid
We'll go ahead and save here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are we gonna save? Okay. Holy balls.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to crushing on anime waifus.
Yep. Oh, and all our saves are gone.
They're not. Oh shit, they are.
I wondered that earlier, but then I thought we were on page 2, and I was like, they must
You
be
were on page
one,
2
but
earlier.
That was page 1, and now they're gone.
Yep, they gone.
I am deeply disturbed.
Oh, Frongi. How you feeling, boo?
I now am even more terrified than... The glitches are really
Why?
creepy. Because...
Oh, I think they're delightful.
Yeah, Monica probably would. She's got some dark stuff going on. I don't know what it is yet, but now I'm scared because, like, I feel like Sayuri got offed because thanks to her insecurities, right? And we know now Natsuki has something about her dad. So I wonder if, like, that's going to be what does her in. I don't know about Yuri. Yuri just seems like she's kind of cray-cray and needs anger management. And I'm just like, how? What? I'm just scared. And Monica knows things she shouldn't know.
What are you talking about? I don't know anything.
It's really creepy. I feel like Monica's manipulating things
I mean, why would you assume that?
because she wants to be the only girl, the only waifu. Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us across social media for updates. Thanks for watching!